What's good with the YouTube? You already know this is Big Flacco with a convict's perspective, man. And got my returning guest, Chongo. How you doing, Chongo?
Good, good. How about yourself, bro?
Man, I'm doing good, brother. So today, man, we're gonna bring up a very delicate subject, man, and there's a message behind this, man, that we're gonna be talking about MC, Mike Castillo, a longtime NF member since I think about 1975, 1976, legendary in Salinas, well respected, well regarded. Did a lot for the gente in general, man. Not just within criminal activities, man, but he schooled a lot of people in the direction to try to go a different path in life at times, I've heard, man. I can't really say I've ever heard anything negative from a credible, reliable source about this man. And the way that they treated him just goes to show that there's no loyalty. No matter how much service you put into this or how righteous you think you are, there's could be that moment of time where they treat you like you're nothing. So the brother right here, Chongo, knows deeply a lot of information regarding MC, this situation, as well as what led to it, who he was as a person. So I'm going to let him pretty much have this platform right now, and I'm just going to rock with him. Go ahead, Chongo.
Yeah, well, first, it's unfortunate situation with MC has been so long, but I was there on the streets. It happened in 97. He had just paroled, and we're going to have a meeting. So he called me and said he was going to set up and talk to me and a couple other brothers, other canales, So he said he was going to come down, and him and Rico Garcia from Salinas. So they said they were on their way. So I called Chico Rose, and he told me, hey, I told him that MC was coming down. So he said, what's up? Okay, so we hooked it up, and we're in Chico's house, apartment, and we're waiting, and we had a filter from Terrible T, Tex from Salinas. He was Chico's, channel.
Yeah.
Just to guys let you know, MC was the authority in charge, for the regiment of Salinas, for the streets. Even though he's a Cat 3, he's a captain.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible T is actually in charge of the whole region, of Monterey County. Now, somehow there was like a little discrepancy between Terrible T himself that I knew that MC didn't have no beef or anything like that. All he's just doing his job. Just like that, you guys know, there's a lot of envious, jealousy from some of the fellas in Pelican Bay at the time as far as lifers. They're never going to get out. It's unfortunate, what I mean? MC, he's a good man. Okay, he might have a drug problem, but that doesn't make him a bad person. Being having a drug problem means that it's a sickness, I had an uncle, he had a sickness. He liked to slam heroin also, but he was a functioning addict. I'm not just trying to justify the means, and I'm not trying to get off topic, but that's a sickness. But at the end of the day, MC, like homeboy said, Flacco, he did a lot of stuff. Yeah, he get violated, this man, but anyhow, he was on the streets. He never caught an actual case, So that's why there was a discrepancy with, individuals from Pelican Bay, like the other old timers at the time that were never going to get out. So anyhow, Chico has a Kite, and it says we're in this living room. He says, "Hey man, I need you to read this." And I looked at it, and it says that this is coming from Terrible T. Listen, MC Castillo, is to be dealt with. And I look at Chico. And there was other things in the Wheeler too, but I look at Chico, and he looks at me, and I said, man, what was all this? And Chico goes, man, we're going to have to hit him. I said, well, I don't know about all that, bro. And remember, at this time, MC's coming down to talk to us. And then at the same time, we're having we're going to have a junta. And Chuco's going to be present, and from San Jose, Chuco Gillen and Goose Garcia from San Jose. So that's going to be us 6. And so Chuco and Goose ain't arrived yet, but I'll be honest with you. I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, wait a minute, how is this possible? And Chico, so what do you think about? What do you think about this? He says, well, man, we got to hit him. We're going to be, And I said, listen, bro, I'm gonna get at Tibbs. I'm gonna get at them. Wait a minute, man. He goes, yeah, but I'm dealing with text, and I'm like, yeah, but bro, I don't think that's correct, bro. Because I got this filter too from West and all of them too. Because the same filter that we didn't know at first, so MC was coming down with the same filters that I had. So to cooperate what was said, and that was we're going to talk about the restructure of the NR, and all the in their business as far as street functions and so forth. So I told Chico, I said, listen, bro, I'm not going to hit that man, and just let you know not that I was scared that if I have to do something, I'm going to do it. But I'm like, it's MC, you know what I mean? And I didn't see nothing negative, or I didn't hear nothing from other canales or any brass member saying anything about MC. So I was like, well, I'm not going to hit him, bro. If we have to, we're going to hit somebody else, I'll hit him, but I'm not going to hit MC. Chico's like, man, I don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. So Rico doesn't know yet. I go, did you talk to Rico about this? And I'm like, he's like, not yet. We haven't got a chance. I'm not going to tell him all this on the phone. So anyhow, MC comes down, with Rico. At the same time, they're there. Here comes Chuco and them, and Goose. And I was like, when MC came, he was like, he brought his daughter. She was a little baby. Not even a year old, man. And I'm looking, I'm like, wow, that's all this stuff's running through my mind. I'm like, yeah, man, this has to be wrong, man. But then I remember, man, Terrible T, man, what's going on with him? You see what happened with Little Man. That's another story, but that was Terrible T's doing right there, you know what I mean? And a lot of people don't understand that these guys, brass members, they communicate and all that, but that's why I said the last time, these guys are doing things making moves by themselves. You know what I mean? Which, especially on a canal.
A Cat 3 canal at that.
Yeah, exactly. When you look, first of all, to be a canal is one thing, okay? You're a canal, that's it. Now, you guys already know. There's nothing I'm not gonna tell you that you guys already don't know about the CAT system and all that. I'm not even gonna get into all that. The Constitution and all that. But you guys know the structure. The bottom line is you're a canal, and that's the bottom line. Whether you're a Cat 1, 2, or 3, you're a canal. Mm-hmm. Some more schools than others, but you're in. You know what I mean? Eventually, you're gonna have to, make that move. You know what I mean? If you want to further your career, I guess you would say. But anyhow, I'm looking at MC, and I'm like, man, So he starts talking about what we're going to do. And, you know, I got this kite from Fuente, you know, the objectives and all that. And that's the first time it came out as far as when you guys, all you NR members and guys that didn't understand about the restructure of that was going to be demolished, actually. I was there when that happened. That came out. It was started in Pelican Bay, but yeah, it came. We were the first ones to get it. MC got it and I got it. So I told MC, yes, look, I got the same filter. It came to me. And how we're going to establish it and what's going to happen as far as now, how we're going to establish the DNF as far as regiments and all that we're going to be together, which I didn't agree with it. You know what I mean? And because, you know, you get put everything together, that's why we had little crews.
Yeah,
so
crews.
that way if you get busted, huh?
Yeah, you had the crews back then to isolate the regiment, so then therefore if one person gets down, it doesn't take up the whole regiment down.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. So MC said, look, this is how we do it. So just to let you know, if you, a lot of you guys know, and a lot of guys you don't know, Chico was stationed in San Jose. You know what I mean? Under text. So MC says, hey, this is how we're going to do. We're going to do this structure, and we're going to get Chango. He's going to take over this area, which was San Jose. And this is coming from an MC. Now, we're all kind of honest. At the end of the day, I can't, it doesn't matter if I have 1 year, 2 years, 20 years.
Yeah.
Or Chico.
Yeah.
Or, you know, Chico.
Yeah, explain to them because once the Carnal hits the streets, that basically the category system doesn't really apply anymore. Everybody's on equal footing.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to have a chain of command, though.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? At the same time, just at the same time, if your status is, but here's another thing, your status stays with you as far as being a Carnal, it's like MC is a Cat 3.
Yeah.
He's got capital. There ain't no ifs but street or a prison. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If you're a lieutenant, you're a lieutenant. That's it. You know what I mean? There ain't no changing that. But anyhow, being that I was on the streets longer, I don't think MC felt that, but maybe because, you know, he believed in me. You know what I mean? Because of my schooling. And then, you know, when I was around, don't get me wrong, Chico had a lot of schooling. He's been around Rico, you know, even Chuco is being around as a Edmondo, you know, just an NR member.
Wait.
You know, but he has a lot of schooling.
When did Chuco get pulled?
Huh?
When did Chuco get pulled?
As what?
As a Carnal.
Man, listen, I'll be honest with you. When we had that meeting, he wasn't a Carnal at that meeting, and from my understanding, I was already gone. I think they pulled him through the mail, or they gave him, you know. Don't quote me. Remember, I was gone. When I was gone, when that got shot, I didn't get he wasn't a Carnal. So, you know, I wasn't in the mix no more after I got shot.
Yeah.
I put my ear on the ground, but he wasn't a Carnal. This is a fact. So what I mean by he got pulled by the mail, someone had to, you know, Skip or all, you know, the guys up there had to say, because remember, he was really involved with Skip. You know, that was his boy. You know, that was Skip and Goose. Mm-hmm. You know. With Chuco, skip this, skip that, because I'm gonna get to that right now. So we're sitting this meeting, this junta. MC says, "Hey, Chango, you're gonna take Santa Clara County." Now, mind you, at the same time, Skip is from prison involved. You know, he's in charge of Monterey County. And if you guys already know the system as far as we go by counties. Mm-hmm. You know, not just cities as far as that. So same time that happens, Goose jumps up and says, "Oh, well, wait a minute. We don't. Wait. That's Skip's area. Woo-woo." And jurisdictions. So then MC put his foot down and said, "No, this is the way it's going to go." So I'm looking. I'm not saying anything. I'm just listening. And Chuka goes, "Oh no, hold on, man. This not going to happen because I'm going to have to talk to Skip." So I told MC, I looked at MC, I said, and he has his daughter in his lap, you know? And MC, I look at it, hey, MC, listen, I'm not even sweating a position or anything. I've been doing fine the way it is, bro. You know what I mean? No, I'm the authority in charge, and this is the way it's going to be. You know what I mean? And then I said, hey, Chuka, I said, MC, why don't you just have Chico, because Chico's right here. Or, you know what, you guys just figure this out, man. So anyhow, we went talking about other things, about the NR thing, and as far as the how they're gonna, it's gonna spread it out and all that. And then I talked about a little bit about that. I said, well, this is coming from them, but how can we do this? What are we gonna do all this on numbers? You know what I mean? Well, they're gonna have to step up. I go, it's right here. This is the whole wheeler. I'm like, man, I don't know, man. That's gonna be. Well, there's already a lot of issues with people. You know what I mean? Now, how are you gonna control the population now? And she said, that's a good point, but what can we do? So anyhow, we talked about other, the street activities and all that, and all of a sudden, we finished our thing, and I'm looking at Chuko's face, and he's upset. And I'm telling myself in my mind, I'm like, man, what's up with this dude, man? I'm not saying anything bad about him, but like, you're not even a canal. You know what I'm saying? But even though you're plugged with homeboys, up there, that don't mean nothing, Anyhow, well, all that got somehow, I don't know what was said because I wasn't there. I didn't read it, but right then and there, we finished the meeting, and then Chuko and Goose left. I don't know what was said. Like I said, they went and did their talk, Roku. They went and talked to Pelican Bay and all that. Next thing you know, a couple months later, I get hit. You know what I mean? MC gets violated, and I get hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyhow, when we were right there, I was like, before Rico, MC was leaving, he was sitting playing with Doc, and we're in the kitchen, and then Rico's like, hey man, what's going on? And she goes, hey man, look man, check this out. Hey man, we're gonna have to hit MC. And I told Rico, I said, hey bro, remember, we didn't tell Chuko or Goose, they're canales, Goose is a canal. Mm-hmm. We didn't tell him. This is coming from us because, that's their channel with the MC, Monterey County.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, and Rico's like, man, he looks at me and I say, hey, bro, I'm telling you, man, I ain't going to do it, bro. I'm not going to hit that man. I'm telling you, I'm not going to hit him. There's more to this, man. I'm getting over here. I'm going to do my thing over here and figure this out over here. Because I don't think it's a right hit.
Yeah, I got to ask you a question real quick. I heard that Rico didn't even want to do it either.
Well, none of us want to go with MC, bro. Okay, you tell me. You heard of him, or everybody's heard of him. A lot of dudes met him. What did he do? What is it? You know what I mean? And then remember, we're communicating also with Terrible T, and Rico's constantly with him. Remember, them two were in the same block with him.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Chico was in the same pod with him. As a matter of fact, both of them were in the same pod. Z-Bob was there. You know, these guys. What happens is a lot of these carnales bring guys from their cities in the pod.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To communicate, make it easier because we're, as far as regiment issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, so it's not about favoritism. It's not about none of that. It's about business. You know what I mean?
Good old Z-Bob.
But, yeah, but you're right. Rico, but Rico, with, you know, because Rico's a good guy, man. You know, he's pretty sharp, you know, but he drifts off sometimes. But him and Lobo was another story. You know what I'm saying?
I heard that.
Yeah, he's more like a renegade. You know what I'm saying? I got along with him, but you know he's behind the scenes guy. You know, like he don't know how to. In my opinion, he wasn't about standing for himself. About what he'll ride just where the wind blows. You know what I mean?
That benefits him. You know what I mean?
I mean, it speaks for itself. You don't have to hear you don't have to believe my lying eyeballs.
So you know what? There's one thing I heard about that situation, right? Okay, so you're gone. You know, I don't know where Chico's at the time, right? I heard that these dudes actually had a little vote whether they were going to acknowledge that order or not. And that there was 4 of them. I heard that 3 voted yes and Rico voted no, so they made Rico do it. I don't know. That's you know what I mean. That came from someone that was kind of involved in that same case. You know, they took out the other dude. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's what he said happened in the process of them deciding to move on him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you heard the same thing or not. You know what I mean? You know, but
Man, I mean, I know. Look, when we were in that kitchen, Rico was like in shock because remember he drove with him.
Yeah.
You know, they drove from Salinas to San Jose.
Yeah.
And, you know, so matter of fact, and Chico was driving. I mean, not Chico, excuse me. Rico was driving. So when they were over there talking, we went in the kitchen and it was all like hush hush, you know. And you could see Rico's face too, like what? You know, because remember, Rico's been around too as an hermano before he was a carnal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Remember, all these dudes, all of us have been hermanos for years, and you know each other before we were carnales.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even though he's older than us, we're in the same era, kind of, and it's like, whoa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was hard. So anyhow, then you hear later on, it was Rico that did it. But you know, I wasn't there, so I don't know.
You know,
so I have my own opinion, you know, because on certain things, you know what I mean? Because remember this, even though Rico is real cool with MC, you know, he's Salinas, he was loyal to Terrible T.
Yeah.
And that's where the favoritism comes in. You know, so.
Then again, they're young though, man. So they're early in their careers too, man. So it's kind of like, you know, they're already being thrown into a very big political spectrum, basically. You know what I mean? And that'd be a hard situation to be put into because you know orders are orders, directives are directives, man. That's what you're always taught: responsible obedience, right? So that's a harsh one, man, because that's where you realize that you have no control over your life, bro. When you get an order like that and you don't agree with, and you know the consequences for not acknowledging it. Well, the bad thing about this one is this what I don't know if the viewers know this. Okay, there was never a vote. There was never a vote on his expulsion, bro.
No, I know that. No, there wasn't.
And
I was involved, and the ball wasn't rolling as far as nothing was said to about other canales.
Yeah.
Said about Brad didn't say anything.
See, I heard at first that when Pinky went to the county jail, I heard at first Tex was actually taking care of the SRG position, but he stepped down from it, and then Quete took over, and he was supposed to be promised to be able to run Salinas the way he wanted to, and that's where the whole conflict started to.
The first guy you said? What was the first guy you said?
Huh?
The first guy you said before you said Quete, you said who you said?
I said Tex.
Oh yes. See, they were beefing
over who was over.
almost.
Yeah, because I heard at first Tex was actually the general at first, right? The reserve general. But then that he stepped out of position and then Quete took it over. But in the process, that Tex was supposed to be promised to run Salinas how he wanted to run it, and Quete wasn't allowing that to happen. That's where a lot of it, man. What people don't realize had nothing really to do with MC. I heard it had more to do with fucking Quete and Tex having a conflict.
Yes.
You know.
You know.
You know, and that's where you had all the other cronies that had personal vendettas and so forth that wanted to put their 2 cents in it. You know, I mean, that's one thing I don't understand, Chongo, is how can you have that right there? He thought that he was going to get this is what I heard from someone that was pretty much, lead investigator in Operation Black Widow, right? He said that Tex thought that he was going to get the votes, and he put that order out there before it was even put up for a vote. You hear me? You hear me?
But yeah, okay, I know this. Tex had his goons.
Yeah.
When I see goons, his own people that were loyal to him.
Yeah.
And who was MC? And then, not MC, Rico. Rico's out there.
Rico, Lobo.
Rico also is running, his name is popping like crazy out there, just like with Lobo. Even though a lot of people ain't really, Lobo's involved. Don't get me wrong, I'm not taking nothing from Lobo. You know what I mean? I got along with him. But he was right there, involved with, Rico, like they were boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, he had to do what he had to do. Do I agree with it? I mean, that's not my case. It's unfortunate, you know what I mean?
I mean,
and
what do you think the reasons are that they did not deem Tex over this scenario?
Again, look at this. Okay, it goes again the favoritism. Look at there's a lot of issues that people even look. There was things Tex, Quentin, all of them together. You know what I mean? I look at it, they're in all the same boat. They're in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just like, again, they amongst themselves, they start talking, especially when the indictment came. Remember, that was a 5-year investigation.
Yeah.
That law enforcement did when they got when they rounded it up for Black Widow.
Yeah.
It was a 5-year investigation. You know what I mean? And there was a lot of maneuvering. There was a lot of fighting over positions. You know what I mean? Within there, it was out of hand, and it was a little confusing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at the same time, like I said, Quentin has his own thing, agenda.
Yeah.
Terrible. He has no. Listen, even as much as I had nothing but love for all these guys at the time. Even kids, you know what I mean? It's like as smart as they are and intelligent they are, and they look at things and for their own benefit. You know what I mean? And at the end, what happens? All you do is bring heat to, you know what I mean? Hitting certain people. For the grace of God, I'm here to tell you about it. Because I'll be right there with them. I thank God that I'm here to talk to, and then on the streets. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
A lot of people counting me out. Hey, listen, I'm not no angel. Hey, I'm not asking for sympathy or hey, I was over here. I'm a victim and all that. Because you know what? At the end of the day, MC, BB, nothing but love. They were involved, just like I was involved, and Joe Blow, and BP, and all these other things involved.
Yeah,
so
true.
There ain't no victims. The victim is our families. You know, and that's what people don't realize. And that's why I talked about last time about, you know, there's a lot of people hurt of these situations that the decisions that people made on other people, and people don't realize that. You know, the pain that you know, it's we don't. I mean, I didn't realize it then, but I realize it now.
Yeah.
You know, after taking certain, you know, programs, you know, victim impact, victim awareness, you know, you're stuck in this warp, you know, and it's sad, and I'm glad that I am the way I am, and it took me a long time to realize it on the person who I was, who I am today, and that's what I want people to see, not just with me, that you see, like I told you the other day, look at your situation, all these guys' situations. Oh, yeah, it hurts. You know, you got beamed, you got deemed. You're no good. I'm no good. But at the end of the day, what are we gonna do now? After the fact, how are you gonna go about it? Yeah, we felt betrayed, we felt hurt, this and that. But at the end of the day, we were in the mix.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's a true statement there, bro. And you know what I try to tell people, man, that at one time I fucking idolized that lifestyle, bro. I mean, I idolized all those that were involved, and I believed in it, you know, without even knowing what it was all about the whole time. You know what I mean? And if you really think about it, man, that's a whole underworld. It's, you know what I mean? That lifestyle is nothing. It's nothing positive within it. You know what I mean? The rest of society looks down upon it. The rest of the population, you know, of the United States, prison gangs and so forth make less than 1% of the population, bro. So why do I care what the 1% feels about me when 99% respect the decisions I make and the choices I do for my family today? You know what I mean? I can't change anything I've done in my past, brother. We've all done a lot of bad things, hurt people, done all kinds of things, you know. And when I went through my inventory, brother, like, you know, in recovery, right? I did my amends, right? Step 8, step 9, and so forth, right? The thing that my sponsor looked at me, and when I there's stuff I couldn't even put on my amends list because I was scared if I got pulled over, I was going to be doing 25 to life, right? But I put a lot of stuff on there, and he looked at me, and he was trying to understand, like, how do you feel about all this? Because it was a lot of shit, bro. I said, you know what? I go, that was who I was in the moment, and everybody that was in that lifestyle, there was nobody that was innocent. That's the only way I could look at it at that time. I feel more bad about the people who were innocent, the kids that were taken out of homes because of the dope we were pushing into communities, you know, that lose their mothers, they go to CPS, their dad's locked up, you know, or even the worst of the worst, where these kids are being put in uncompromising situations because their mom's high on dope and they got the wrong man up in the house. Those are the things that I feel guilty by, even though we may have not partook our hand in those situations. By us pushing dope into our community and crime and so forth, we contributed to it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I have to really honestly look at it. None of us were innocent in that lifestyle, bro. Period. You know, I wasn't no victim. You know, I just thought I was more important than what I was. That's all there is to it.
Listen, bro. I can tell you this. This is just how I feel, what I've seen. I'm pretty sure there'll be thousands of people that feel the same way I feel. And even I'm going to even tell you about the people that don't even get involved, that don't even know about this lifestyle.
Yeah.
Listen, look at it. I come from a little town. You know, it's a big city now, but it used to be a little town. I come from a little neighborhood that is probably one of the biggest neighborhoods in the city of San Jose.
If not Northern California.
Well known. Watch this. So I come from the west side, you know, the Horseshoe VHS gang, you know. Then the city of, you know, San Jose. At the same time, being from San Jose, you know, Silicon Valley, you got the north, south, and east. You know, you got, like I had homeboys, they know me, they like me, they don't like me. My other homeboys that are well known, you know, in my neighborhood itself. Then you got the guys from the north side that like you guys talk about, their names ring bells. South side, east side, okay, just that city. Then we go to the next city, Salinas. Then we go to San Francisco. Then we go just the Bay Area itself. Watch. Then from Northern California, we go to Southern California. All right? The Sureños over there. Miami. Okay? All the gang activities. Okay? Then California itself. California is a hell of a state. Expensive, but it's a hell of a state. Good state. All this stuff that's going on. All this gang activity. At the same time, what do you have? The same people. These young guys don't understand it, and if they do, they better open their eyes.
Yes, sir.
Look what happens. Our situation, and it's not even about DNF, BMA. I'm not glorifying none of that. I lived it, I'm done. Okay? But if everyone's beefing with each other, when was the last time BMA hit an NF member? Or vice versa? Everyone's hitting each other. Their own crews, right? So the state of California, everyone indictment after indictment after indictment. This guy then, and one indictment, it doesn't matter the state of California itself, an indictment. Then here comes the FBI, the DEA, whatever. They're doing their job. Boom. Then a guy flips on me. A guy's telling. Boom. Now that's just that state of California. Now let's talk about Arizona with the MA over there, the AD over there. All that other shit. No. I didn't California. I was just talking about north and south. Let's not talk about the AD and the BGF and so forth. Now let's go to Arizona. All their problems over there. The same crap. We go to Texas. I mean, it's state to state. Same shit, different smell. And I'll keep saying that.
Yep.
Where is the justice there? If these young kids don't see it, man, what's happening in our state is happening in that state. Florida. You know what I mean? Just all these other states. And now we got a big drug problem. It's never going to stop. You know?
Yeah.
But my point to all this is, bro, is look at it. It's right in your face. And now all this, I've been down. I just did 20, I've been down, but I've been 20-some years, bro. And all this technology, look at how quick it is to pick someone up for law enforcement and do their indictments, do their investigations. Come on, man. If you don't see that, man,
yeah.
Hey, listen, I wish you the best of luck, man.
Yes, sir. Okay, well, I know you got to go somewhere, man. I appreciate this enlightening us a little bit to the MC situation, man, and spreading the positive message about what this lifestyle can bring. And you have options, people out there, man. I mean, just listen to the stories that everybody tells, man, and try to soak in what you think applies to your life, man, and just don't be blinded. Look at the whole picture. Too many people have tunnel vision. They get ingrained with this thought of this is what the life is supposed to be. Therefore, they block anything out that can infiltrate that and try to guide you in the right path. So just listen to the stories, man, because this happens all the time, man. There's so many stories from, like you said, whether it's in Texas, Arizona, East Coast, the MA, AB, all that. This stuff happens all the time, man. And we got to remember, everything that we used to be part of, right, it's man-made, right? It may sound good, but it's being applied by human beings. And all these humans have different traits, different vices, jealousy, envy, greed, and so forth. And you're taking individuals who've been ingrained with that thought out there in the streets of a criminal lifestyle. And we know how the streets are. If you're really from the streets, you know what time it is out there in the streets. It's cutthroat. You know what I mean? Full of twisted turns and crooked fates, man. Those behaviors do not leave you when you go to prison and you join a prison organization. They do not leave you. A lot, Not everybody, They come out eventually, and it's just the way of the life. So if you want to sit there, like I've said before, I don't try to tell people what decisions or choices they can make, but know what the end result's going to be. Therefore, you can make better choices for yourself. With that said, it's your boy Flaco, Convicts Perspectives, special guest Chongo, man. Hey, gracias for your time today, brother.
And no problem.